So, for our findings, this report po will focus mainly on the results of the underwater scuba that we conducted. So, the grounding site is just located po 2.6 kilometers east of Pag-asa Island. Kung makikita nyo po dyan sa slide, yung dito po sa inset po natin. Yung inset map, doon naman po sa upper left, makikita nyo po yung red lines. Yun po yung dinaanan po natin ng ating reef scan. Then when we zoom in on that, ito na po yung makikita natin, yung yellow polygon and green polygons. So just remember these two polygons. Si yellow polygon, siya po yung sea anchor area, and the green polygon, siya po yung impacted area. Doon po nakafocus yung aming underwater assessment. Next slide, please. So yung kanina pong yellow polygon, yung po yung ating sea anchor area. It is about 9 meters depth po. Doon po natin nakita yung sea anchor. In this case po, parachute anchor po yung ginamit ng Chinese vessel. And yung parachute anchor po, function niya po is to limit yung drag ng vessel. Kaya po siya, yun po yung ginamit nila kasi that time po daw po ay masama po yung panahon. And we measured yung paglapat po nung sea anchor sa bottom, and we measured it about 307 square meters. So, ito pong buong 307 square meters na po ay considered as damaged na po. And Dr. Ben will explain it later why. Next slide, please. So, on your left side po ng screen, yan po yung scene sa ilalim. Yan po yung actual na sea anchor. And on the right side of the screen, it's just for demonstration purposes po. Hindi po yan yung actual na. Yung sa right side. Just for demonstration, ganyan po siya ginagamit. So just to keep afloat po yung ating vessel, gumagamit po sila ng parachute anchor para hindi po siya madrag away. Next slide, please. So this is just a video clip again nung parachute anchor sa ilalim, showing po yung mismong canopy niya, yung kulay white, and then yung mga strings po niya. These are made up of high density nylon material. So we tried to lift that up, pero sobra pong bigat niya, and for a 6-man dive team, medyo mahirap po siyang buhatin. Next slide po. So we turn naman our focus doon sa green polygon, which is we call it impacted area. In our previous assessments in damage of a grounding vessel sa Palawan, we usually look for indications na nag-ground po talaga ang isang vessel. Makikita po natin yon sa pamamagitan ng meron pong yung mga reef structure mismo ay either na pa-flat po siya, talagang flat po, or na-turn over po. At makikita nyo po yung sand sa ilalim. O kaya naman durog na durog siya, pulverized po almost pulverized yung makikita nyong mga reef fragments kapag yung keel or yung hull po ng vessel ay na-ground. So yung po yung hinanap po namin. But in this case, we didn't find any of those indicators. Instead, yung damages po na nakita po natin ay broken fragments. Broken fragments po ng mga branching corals and chip-off fragments ng mga massive corals. Kung kayo po ay nag-snorkel, yung mga massive po yung parang mga bilog-bilog na bato, yun po. And for the broken fragments, both hard and soft corals po ang nakita po natin na putol-putol. And we conclude, based on our observation, that the damages on the reef dyan po sa impacted area ay caused by yung drag mismo nung reef anchor. And we estimate, yung po yung mga yellow dots po na yan po yung mga actual na location kung saan po namin nakita yung mga broken fragments of coral reefs. And we estimate at around 30% of that area nung kulay green na polygon, yung po yung damage po dyan. And yung sa yellow polygon po natin kanina na si anchor area, that is totally damaged din po. Next slide, please. And these are some of the photos sa ilalim. Yung three upper photos po natin, those are branching corals, both hard and soft corals na broken. And then sa baba naman po, three bottom figures, yun po ay mga na-chip off na massive corals. Next slide. Same po, yan po yung mga pinapakita po natin dyan ay mga branching corals, both hard and soft corals.